views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hello and welcome back to Open 2.0. I am your host Alyssa Cologne and I hope y'all staying safe and healthy during this time. We have some inspiring guests joining us today. The More Melanin Movement, created and led by young women. The More Melanin Movement is a youth-led grassroots movement that educates, inspires, and empowers the youth. Here to talk with us today is Kirstine, Habiba, Min, and Tatiana. Okay, so hello ladies. I'm happy that you guys are here joining us and talking with us today about your movement. So my first question is, who is the More Melanin Movement and what are the missions and goals of the More Melanin Movement?
More Melanin Movement is a group of diverse young women who wanted to come together to create a platform for other young people of color to express themselves and to represent ourselves. Our goal is to empower the youth, represent our voices, and advocate for diversity.
Who are the members of the More Melanin Movement and your roles?
My name is Kirsten, and I'm the founder of More Melanin Movement, and my role is mainly just leadership and organization.
My name is Habiba, and my role in More Melanin Movement is I'm mainly the videographer, photographer, and the editor for the content on More Melanin Movement.
My name is Min. I'm part of the More Melanin Movement, and I'm part of the arts crew in More Melanin Movement and what we create. I think I'm also part of the communications team as well. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Tatiana. I'm part of networking and fundraising.
I just want to say how impressive what you all do and your part and what you contribute into this movement. Now for my next question, why did you guys create the More Melanin Movement?
So we created More Melanin Movement because we realized that there was a lack of representation in the media for young people of color. We didn't see ourselves, especially when it comes to people our age who don't have a large following or who are not celebrities. You don't really get to see what they think and what they're doing and what they care about, and we wanted to make that representation that we saw was lacking.
What are some resources you offer to the youth?
In the future, we would like to support youth of color and Black youth in advising them and promoting their businesses and projects, and also helping individual creators such as artists, writers, and models, etc., with promoting them and giving them a platform to showcase their own talent. But we also, what we do right now is that we share information that keeps people up to date on what's happening. We're trying to educate other people by educating ourselves, and hopefully that spreads to the community and the youth.
Okay, so ladies, now for my next question, how has the More Melanin Movement been affected by and or motivated by current events like protests and social justice initiatives?
Personally, I would say that the current events that are happening right now, for me, they have in some ways taken a toll on my mental health. always like constantly seeing images of like brutality towards black people online as a black person myself, that like it's not something that you want, like you don't want to see that kind of stuff. It hurts because like I see myself in all those people and the women and the men that it's happening to. So it's like it's hard, but at the same time it makes me want to, like, it motivates me to want to share what's happening because like um sorry, like the people who are affected, they deserve justice, and we need to change laws and we need to change the way the world works so that this kind of stuff doesn't have to keep happening to us.
Um, Seeing what's going on has really raised my awareness of how much like the Latin community, how anti-black we are. Like, I really never noticed it because my family's very diverse, so I never noticed it within my family or my like community. But I noticed it within like while this is going on, a lot of people who clearly have African roots deny it constantly, talking about this isn't their problem. Like Black Lives Matter isn't their problem because they aren't black. With like, you know, and to me it doesn't make much sense. So a lot of this has made me want to educate myself more about like where my family has come from so that I could educate other people within the Latin community. And yeah, it's like made me want to educate myself more because it's kind of disgusting, in my opinion, how a lot of Hispanics feel this isn't our problem. Like, even though we aren't equals to like white people, like I feel like they don't see us as equals either, you know? So, and I just feel we should all, like, the Black community should be more educated about these things too, and that this is our problem too. We should be fighting too, even though we may not see ourselves as equal. We like we push ourselves from African Americans or black people so that we can have more privilege or feel equal to the white people.
I really see this as an opportunity. Like looking at this at like an optimistic side, I feel like the Asian community doesn't have a lot of say in like Black Lives Matter a lot, and I just feel like it's separated when we should all come and support each other. So this is a really time to like really educate other communities of color, like Asian, like for me personally, like educating my family and reaching it into my Asian friends as well. Yeah, and I just believe that this is like really not humane, and for everyone to just brush it under the rug, I just see this as a way for people to learn and educate about themselves. So while this is like at its height as a movement, and it will be, I really want to use this as a way to know more about people and the history of, you know, America. And I'm not originally from America as well. So, yeah, really knowing the history, the people, and like what made this an oppressive system, I think is really, yeah, like what we need right now for me to be personally motivated by this.
Okay, so I would also like to mention like Arabic people and especially also like Muslim people like from my community. Um, they also like to say that there is equality and there's no discrimination between us, but people from like Arabs, Muslims, the religion itself it doesn't discriminate. However, the people themselves they need to recognize their own prejudice and also like recognize all the racism that happens in our community because a lot of people like now especially are jumping the bandwagon and are trying to like take advantage and take advantage and of like black culture and claim it even when before they would like, what's the word, like they wouldn't claim that part of themselves. They wouldn't claim their African heritage or where they come from. But now, however, they want to talk about how we don't discriminate, even though we do.
Thank you so much for each of you answering that question and letting us know your viewpoint and what you believe in. And that's just amazing. All you guys' answers. I love it. I love it. Now, for my next question is, what is the More Melanin Movement currently working on?
So we have many projects underway. One of them would be about remote learning and social distancing because of the pandemic as well. I feel like that is an issue that will take a toll on youth's mental health, definitely. So it's a good way to like really check in with the youth and keep them track on their health. And with this happening as well, I feel like um, people need check-ins now more than ever, and that will also be one of them. We're also working on environmentalism, culture, like different kinds, music, promoting like youth artists and youth business, like whatever that is. We want youth to be out there and to be seen, and we want their opinions to be heard. So we're working on different ways that we can really take this on a social and like political level and really get everyone's head in so that the youth have a platform to speak about, like through art, through music, like through anything, any medium. Yeah.
How can youth get involved with the More Melanin Movement?
We encourage the youth to really come and talk with us, like DM with us. We really want to create a safe space for youth. So if they have any concerns or just like ideas in general or opinions, they should really come talk to us, and we'll set up, a space for them to really talk about the issues they want addressed by using this platform. So the easiest way to reach us would be like More Melanin Movement on Instagram, and our email, the More Melanin Movement at gmail.com. Yeah. So we want the youth to come join us in like different protests, and if we were to do videos and such, we'll post, opportunities for the youth to participate, to submit their artwork, to submit their opinions, and really talk about it with us and with other youth in collaboration. It's just youth and youth, and without any adults. It's just our opinions and like what we really think of the world, and like showcase that as individuals.
Now, if youth are inspired and want to start like their own youth-led movements, what tips can you provide? Because I know it's hard to start a movement, and being young, people might doubt you, or they might not take you seriously. So what did you guys do to start this movement? What tips can you provide for the youth?
I feel I feel we could organization would be key, and really having a heart, like really having the passion for it, for whatever it is that they want to start. Not only that, but like definitely definitely passion. That's all I think you need really is passion for it. That's it. That's all.
I I agree with Tati. I think the best thing that you can do is to just start. And if you want to do a group, definitely have people that you trust and that will support you and be helpful to you in whatever you want to do. And you need to have a mission. Like, what's your goal? What do you want to accomplish? And then just go from there.
Um, I also think that people should seek out like events such as protests, um, like community events, find other people that also share the same goal and want to do the same thing, and work with them to create a platform for themselves so that they can be heard, and go to all these protests, go to all these events, and make a name for themselves and achieve their goals by doing all the hard work. And of course, they need the passion for it so they can all get together and be able to accomplish it together.
I would also like to add, um, I think social media is like a really great tool. We have the internet, and of course, we're like the generation of using the internet, and we have our phones. So I feel like it's really accessible for information to really pull through. So if you have like something to say, really use your platform, and like don't be afraid to speak out about it. And like Kirsten said, with a group of like trusted people that have like the same minds as you and in support of like whatever you're trying to achieve, like really put it out there. I feel like getting it produced carefully and safely, like without harming anybody, I feel like that would be the greatest way to really get your information out and connect with other people that are also doing the same thing. Yeah, and physically also being there, like Kavita said, is also good as well.
I would say for the young people out there, my best tip would be to take a break from social media sometimes because it can be really stressful at this time, like constantly being bombarded with images. So I think it's a good thing for you to do to take care of yourself. Just get off of social media, spend time with your family if you're with them, and just take time to like care for yourself. Just do nice things for yourself.
My best tip for the youth right now is to definitely stay educated on what's going on and how you can make an impact, because we are like the next generation. Every like we will have a say. So definitely stay educated. And like Kirsten said, get off social media, take a break, because a lot of this can be damaging. And you know, I understand wanting to stay educated, and that might be a reason why you don't want to take a break. But that has like that can affect your mental health, and that's yeah, it's like really just take a break. It's nothing wrong with taking a break and coming back. So
Oh, my tip is, um, as you're getting all that information online and all this new stuff is coming in, and you're learning and educating yourself about all the current events, you have to fact check everything that you see, because sometimes people create misleading information to steer the people away from the movement, um, and to cause hate and to cause like um, yeah, to cause hate between people and make them more divided. So whenever you do receive new information, you have to fact check it and make sure that it's coming from a repu- reputable source and that it's all correct and not biased or prejudiced.
So my message for the youth, I would say, is to really know your role, especially now that a lot of issues are really being exposed. I feel like you should know, like, you should really self assess yourself and find out what your role is. And even though you feel like, you know, you're a youth, you can't really go out to protest, really think about, like, what you can do with your hands and what you can do on social media. Like, is it spreading information? Is it really physically going out there? Or can you create art with yourself? Can you tell stories that will, inspire people in the movement? Like, every effort of what you make counts. And I just want to say, like, for people to just really know their power and that they have a voice and they can really use it in any kind of art form and their voice as well in the movement.
I also think that you should like form communities or come like especially a time like this like come to your friends because I know that my friends have helped me get through these times right now. Like a support group is really important, I feel, for a time like these.
We have other members in our group as well that weren't able to make it today. So, like, their names are Karen. Karen's like another person who works on like recording the videos, our photography and editing, and Taryn who helps with like event planning, and Aaliyah who helps us do research, and I think she also does event planning as well. So yeah, there's more people who are a part of this group as well. And we would love for any of you guys watching who want to join us, like who want to help or who want to um, promote whatever they're working on to DM us because we really want to support other young people. That's what we're about. So definitely reach out to us. And we're looking forward to speaking with you guys.
Thank you, Kirstine, Habiba, Min, and Tatiana. It's been great talking with you and learning more about the melanin movement and how we could get involved. We are so excited to follow the More Melanin Movement and the youth watching. Please start some movement, guys, with your friends and community. Start and do something, contribute. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on the next Open 2.0. Bye.